entered by different people in a summary chart form. This is an example of the kind of innovation that is possible when you leverage the power of the internet. With that, let me talk about another innovative product we have introduced called Google Sites. You can think of Google Sites as many different kinds of tools and services blended into one. You can think of it as a wiki application, a website creation tool, or even as a SharePoint server. To this event simply by putting in their email address. You can also make changes to the default notification by going to the Notifications tab under your calendar's settings and change and configure the pop-up reminders and email reminders default times if you want. Now let's take a look at Google Docs. You can really appreciate the collaborative nature of Google Apps in this tool. What you're seeing on your screens is the Google Docs folder, which shows you all the documents, spreadsheets, word processing, forms, and presentations that you either own or are shared on. I will explain shortly what being shared on a document means. These tools are very similar to tools like Word or Excel that you are already familiar with, except that they are available online and you can actually work in them in a collaborative fashion. One thing about Google Docs is that you don't have to start from scratch within Google Docs. You can always upload an existing Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OpenOffice, PDF, text, or even Microsoft 2007 documents. And then after you are done working with these documents, you can even export them out as the same format, simply by checking a document and saving it as one of those formats. Let's tell the attendees on live document and not on copies of a document. There you can see that Amanda just made some changes and I was able to view it pretty much in real time. There is no check-in or check-out concept. Google Docs allows everyone to get on the same page at the same time. Of course, this brings up the question of how do you manage to control editing of a document in such a shared environment. The answer lies in the version control system available in Google Docs. If I go into revision history, also editing at the same time. Of course, this brings up the question of how do you manage to control editing of a document in such a shared environment. The answer lies in the version control system available in Google Docs. If I go into revision history, I am able to quickly tell who edited this document and when, because I have a store of all the older versions of this document. I can even compare two different versions of a document if I want to. If I compare these two different versions, you can see how I can easily tell, based on the color coding, about who made the changes, what they added, and what they deleted. I can even revert to an earlier version of this document if I wanted to. The same concept of real-time collaboration is available not only in Google Docs, word processing, but also in spreadsheets and presentations, making this feature a transformational change in the way your users will look at these productivity tools. One very different kind of tool that is available in Google Docs is Forms. Think of Forms as a survey tool that is linked with the Google spreadsheet. Let me show you what a form is. I will first open a Google spreadsheet. Again, you can see that this looks like any other spreadsheet program you're aware of, with the difference, of course, of the share option. Another thing that is different is the form menu button. If I go in there, I can click on Edit Form and I'm taken to a form wizard which allows me to easily create a form or create survey questions. This form is already built. However, you can see how easily you can create different kinds of questions. And then simply email them to your friends or a group of people by entering in their email addresses. The user eventually gets to see the live form. This is what the
See?
question. And then
What are you doing? See? It's gone.
Hello and welcome to the Google Apps
See?
Education
Finish.
Edition Overview webinar.
Come on. No
Today we
more.
are going to be talking about an
See?
overview of cloud
Over there.
computing, Google Apps Education
See? It's,
Edition product
here.
details, the
Hello?
advantages of Google
Here.
Apps,
Come on
followed
in
by
here.
a demonstration
this.
of the Google Apps
Okay?
Education
That's a
Edition.
computer. Hmm? Hmm?
One major challenge that we found for your users is that everything has shifted over the past few years from a focus of working as an individual